recording setup. Let's go.
All right, D&D time. What is your opinion on a mage kobold?
Same opinion I have on mages in general. They sure
Good,
do.
bad?
They sure do exist.
Not a fan.
Like, it's not that I'm not a fan. It's just I'm not good when it comes. Like, I don't know. I'm not the kind of person that plays mages. Like in anything.
Fair. I just think the hood, it'd be neat to use that race for something like that.
Yeah.
And also I found art of a mage kobold that I put in art hall. So like, I just think it'd be neat to to try something a little different.
Yeah, it's like I'm just not smart enough to like do a whole bunch of stuff with magic. It's like, okay, you're a spellcaster, so that means okay, so a lot of your stuff is mostly done on you're mostly a backlines fighter. But what do you do when you're out of spell slots? Okay, I don't know. Work with the party to make sure that I don't run out of spell slots. But I don't run out of spell slots at some point in the fight. And I've only because you only get like maybe one or two of the good spell slots.
Yeah, I getcha.
And meanwhile, with something like a barbarian, it's just like, do you have a weapon? Yes. Then you can continue to do any barbarian things. Like, I just prefer martial fighters in a lot of ways. Like, even in games where it's like, here's a bunch of... I swear, there's something fucking weird about, like, magic systems and mages in any game, period. Because if you give someone a magic system in any video game, or any game in general, no matter how absolutely abhorrent, how much abhorrent dog shit it is, people will defend it and try and make it work as best as they can.
Understandable.
Like, for example, the Dark Souls games. The one Dark Souls game I can say does the magic system the best is Dark Souls 2, because Dark Souls 2 does a lot of things better than the other two Dark Souls games. Because for the most part, like, yeah, you do have the limited amount of spells per thing. But a thing Dark Souls 2 does is that you not only have enough attunement slots to pretty much put on any number of spells you want, so you're never really in danger of running out of magic. Not only does the game hand you what amount to fistfuls of items to restore said magic uses, but you can also, like, the more you level up your stats to use your magic better, the game gives you more uses of those spells to compensate, to incentivize you to keep using more spells and level up those stats that make your spells better.
Yeah.
Like, it feeds into itself. The more you level up the stats that let you use magic good, the better, the more the game will let you use the good magic. Like, Soul Arrow. That has, I think, to start, 10 casts. Like, 10 casts, just as an example. You put a few levels into attunement, not only do you have more slots to add new spells, but you've also leveled it up enough. Now you can as by default it has 10, but because your attunement stat is so high, that is increased to every copy of Soul Arrow you have equipped. They now have a default of 15, which means that even if without leveling up your attunement enough to get to that point, you can have, say, 2 things of Soul Arrow. That 2 things of Soul Arrow equipped, that's 20 casts. But if you level up attunement enough, that 20 turns into 30. Just because you've leveled up your attunement enough to not only have more spells equipped, but also adds in to just giving you bonus casts. And then there's Elden Ring, where it's like there's so many fucking different spells to use that are just variations of just throw blue shit at people.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, I think Elden Ring has one of the worst goddamn magic. Like, okay, there's multiple kinds of magic, but you have to put so much work into making magic in in almost any FromSoft game work. Like, for example, to make, say, your basic throw fire spell do decent damage, you have to level up your faith enough. You need to have your casting. You have to have not only have your casting seal high enough in order to, have good enough scaling to go with it. You have to have the right casting seal equipped in order to get the bonus damage for the specific spell school it is, because that's a fucking thing you can deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and you need to have the right. Sometimes you have to have the right armor equipped, because some armor has little bonus effects for your spells or abilities, and even then, it's only a few. And you need the right talismans. You need the right things in your fucking physic flask in order to boost your fire damage high enough. You need the right talismans and other stuff to do it. You need to fight the right bosses, and the boss needs to do this specific attack so that way you have enough time to cast a spell and do the equivalent of one charged heavy attack from one fucking sword.
Yeah.
Like, magic has never been a thing for me where it's like, it's there as the main thing. It is and always will be frosting. It has no additional benefit to being there besides simply being there. It is more damage, it is extra stuff. It's not the main thing. It's there if you have room for it.
Yeah. Like paladins and shit.
Yeah, like paladins, their main thing is physical damage. They can cast magic. They don't need to, because it's not their main thing.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm gonna have to probably rework a certain paladin character that I have to include some kind of long-ranged attack. Because yeah, that sucked.
God, there has been a paladin like subclass I've been wanting to work on as like a homebrew thing for a while now, and I really want to just fucking work on it at some point. Because I had the idea of like a paladin whose entire thing is, how there's the kind of build where it's just like you take damage and then you're just like no you.
Yeah.
Like damage reflecting. I had an idea for a paladin subclass whose whole thing is, you see your party member about to take damage, and instead of saying no you to the boss, you say no me.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I think that would be an interesting concept.
Yeah, the idea I had is like I wanted to call it the Oath of the Aegis Paladin.
Oh, that's cool. That's an interesting idea.
Like their whole thing is like, you see your party member is about to take damage. You can do something, either physically move yourself into range to take that damage, it's like physically put yourself there, swap places with your party member to take the damage, or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
because I thought of it as like kind of, I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but like basically being like, I guess like the opposite of being like, I give you my health points, but instead it's I take it from you in a magical way.
Yeah, like I'm taking the damage that was meant for you.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I guess like it technically is close to the same thing, but in terms of the actual like story stuff, I think that's an interesting twist.
Yeah, it's also a way of like, okay, well, instead of it's not just like taking the damage. It's supposed to be like in a way of like, for example, depending on what it is, it could be like, okay, if for something else, it'd be like, okay, you're taking the damage, but the person that was going to take the damage still has to roll a thing for like a concentration save if they're a spellcaster.
Yeah.
The idea of physically moving them to take that damage yourself, like physically take it, is okay. Because you were the one that was physically hit by the thing, you don't, like, the spellcaster does not need to roll to keep their concentration going. Because you have physically taken the shot for them. Nothing physical hit the spellcaster, therefore, the spellcaster does not need to roll concentration to keep a spell going. Like, that'd be an interesting thing, too, like, an idea of a paladin who's kind of juggling the positions of the whole party to try and minimize the damage that they're all taking.
I think that's definitely an interesting concept.
And like it could be not only an interesting thing for, say, the paladin who's trying to, balance everyone's, like, avoiding taking everyone's damage while, blocking and avoiding as much as a bunch of their own, because, big paladin, big armor, big shield. But also with the idea of, like, the rest of the party is kind of trying to work around it as well, because they still need to be close enough to the boss to hit them. And the paladin, like, throwing everyone around, trying to minimize damage from big AoEs, is kind of, making that a bit difficult. Like, it's a big puzzle where every member of the party and everyone in the fight is a part of the puzzle as well.
Like, that's definitely an interesting concept for it.
Yeah, I have a lot of ideas like that.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Let's switch up to Kaboom and Disifying. Get kaboomed! Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom! Alright, let's take Kaboom off and switch it with... Put that back on. Put that back on. Oh, fuck. Motherfucker. A missed. Yeah, it's like, I think about, like, fun combinations and different things for D&D and, like, other games and stuff. Just because I got the time to do it, why wouldn't I?
Yeah. And also, I'm definitely... what class were you thinking for your Vapora, by the way?
I was thinking... Fighter?
We should be able to work with that. Since you're kind of going for a more rebellious character, correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll be basically rebelling against the social norms of them being part of high society, basically. Since basically kind of the whole thing of the Vapor is that they're supposed to be like the rich snobbish assholes. Where they're like mostly worried about politics and shit like that, and you're over here like, I want to fight.
Oh, we doing another thing for... there we go.
So, that sound about right?
Yeah. Well, kind of, I still need to think about what I want to do.
Fair. Basically, I'm trying to get it in my head, like, how how you all are going to act, so I can kind of make plans ahead. I'm not gonna do step by step everything, but I'm going to have like certain key points of like this is what will trigger the next bit of the story. Make sense?
Yeah.
Like I want like I'm gonna have instances where I might have to rework where like certain character appearances are depending on like what branch you end up going on, like the little bits that I'm gonna write as like outlines and stuff. But I'm pretty sure to have you at the celebration, it'll make the most sense about have you being there basically as like you're required to because of your family.
I don't know. Like I haven't really been thinking about that for the thing for a while. I've been thinking about my other stuff when it comes to.
No worries. Honestly, this is just some stuff that's been living a bit rent free in there, you know.
I mean, I'm not surprised by that.
But it's just sort of like I'm trying to figure ways of like having it all make sense. Like obviously, there's going to be familiar situations with Vicky's character because like, who owns the farm? Their parents. You know.
Yeah.
Theory, we don't really have to worry about parent stuff unless we end up going back to the grot.
Yeah, like on the one hand.
You say your things.
On the one hand, I do kind of like the idea of like my character being like kind of a rebellious kind of thing. On the other hand, I just kind of want him to be kind of a bitch.
Yeah. I mean, those things are not mutually exclusive, so.
Like, it's nice to be like, oh, I'm rebelling against the ideas of high society and all that jazz. And because I don't agree with it, it's like, I also kind of like the idea of just like, I just don't fucking like any of these people.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think they're all bitches and I want to kill them. Anyway, we got a boss fight. I realized after stream yesterday that they're doing the fucking Count Black thing with Socket here again.
Hmm.
The whole idea of like no one can, like, happiness sucks. People need to be sad and despair and die.
Instead of government mandated happiness, it's government mandated sadness.
Alright, now we're gonna fight this guy. He's a big bear. He's a big barrel. Called Sharkcast. It's a boss fight.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Jesus. Alright.
Oh boy. Hopefully this doesn't fuck up my hair and shit. But I have to take out trash stuff, so that's nice.
Trash.
I'm taking you with me, obviously.
Whee! We're going on an adventure.
And an adventure to the out of the front door of the house. Well, I say front door, it's a fucking side door because bullshit, but whatever.
Yeah. And still, it's an adventure.
Yeah. mean, at least the little trash can has coffee grounds in it, so that makes it smell not terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know, I never really liked the smell of
'Cause-
coffee grounds.
Is it just how it tastes that you don't like, or is the smell still is a problem for you?
It's the smell, too.
Damn it! I
I
love
don't-
the smell of coffee.
I hate the smell of coffee. Like, I just don't like it.
Damn, you hate leaf water? You hate bean water?
Yeah.
What do you like?
Soup. Oh, he's healing.
That bitch.
Motherfucker, you don't get to do that.
Only I, the player, get to do that.
Luigi, you know what to do.
Use your logic to f them over.
Luigi, kill this man.
Medic, cut off that man's balls.
Alright, Luigi logic time.
Oh yeah. Luigi time.
Pile the boxes are in Sharkcast. Okay, where's the boxes?
Yeah, boxes.
Oh, I used to play games like this back in elementary school.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And got him.
I kind of, okay, is it weird to say that I kind of miss...
Oh,
The
that's a lot of
vibes.
damage.
Oh, gods. Is it bad that I kind of miss the vibes of some of those educational games?
Nah? Okay, and I'm not even talking about like educational games, I'm talking like specifically there was one that I played that was Pokemon themed.
Ah, fair.
Where it was like you needed to stack boxes like to fill an area, and then the screen would go up and the ones that you and the area you filled would become the floor of the next one you needed to fill up.
Yeah. Like, what's it called? I know that there was... like, one of the computer games that they would have us do in elementary school that I fucking hated because... Truly, it was because, you know, dyslexia is a learning disability, and I just couldn't either remember how to spell something, or whenever I picture the keyboard in my mind, things are out of order. Like the thing where like you're supposed to not have to look down at your fingers whenever you're typing. Yeah, I couldn't fucking do that.
Yeah,
I did the bare minimum. Sucked.
Mario, get the fuck up.
Fucking turtling over there.
Yeah, we got a first time chatter. Golden Freddy 360. Hello, Golden Freddy.
Hi, Golden Freddy. You caught me right as I'm leaving, so
Oh no,
have a good stream.
I'm all alone now.
So, bye-bye.
Bye. And I'm all alone now for this boss fight. I don't see items. Nut. Nut, 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 nut. Nut, 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 nut. Everybody! Alright, there we go. Now it's Luigi logic time. Pile bombs on shark cast while avoiding bombs. Okay. Shit. One more. Okay, no, one more. There we go. Oh, so he doesn't... Okay, so he won't fall again. We'll do Hatch Me If You Can, because that does just buku damage. Critical. Critical! 230! Alright. Zaps. Bam! Zap! God, you're still alive? Now let's do red shell. Woohoo! Ooh, 125. That's nice. Ow. Bro's a lot faster. Alright, more zapping. Bam! I love Mario RPG. Love Mario RPG. I've been pretty on. I like a lot of them. I haven't really. Well, I like the ones that I've played. Haven't really played all of them. I'd like to at some point. I played Superstar Saga. I played Bowser's Inside Story, and now I'm playing this. And I'm planning on. I still need to finish Mario and Luigi Dream Team. I've heard okay things about that. I want to play that. I've played Thousand Year Door in the past. I just haven't played that yet either. Sharpcast Hammer. 3000 XP. Yay! Now I can make lots of plugs. Alright, let's see what I can make. Well, let's see what I got here. It's a shiny thing. It's a new plug! Well, power tap. Now I can equip 3 things. I have Thousand Year Door on my GameCube, but ever since I had a disc reading problem, I haven't been able to play on games. Play any games on it. Dudes. Yeah, same. There was an issue I had with the game. I've always had issues with consoles, that kind of thing at some point. Like, I had a silver PS2 Slim for a long time, but I played it so much I ended up wearing out the disc reading laser and the thing on it. So yeah, that one went the way of the dodo. But I plan on getting the remake of Thousand Year Door eventually. That's actually the one I played. I enjoyed it. It's okay. Yeah, I've also got a fat model PS2 that I need to get fixed because the fucking power, something on the power stuff just isn't working anymore, and I want to get it fixed. But that's for later. Alright. Also, really want to get Paper Mario Origami King. That one, that's also one I want to give it. I want to try and give a shot. Bearded item. Yeah, let's go with that. Coin applier. Alright. Ooh. Okay. Attack boost grant one additional jump or hammer attack. Oh. Rose boost increases BP spent by 100%. Deluxe auto. The auto series of battle pokes will automatically select the most efficient recovery item for your current state. Nah, let's go with... attack boost. Yes. Yeah, Origami King's one that I've had my eye on for a while, and I've wanted to give it a shot. But due to, just either not having the funding or just kind of not being in the right headspace to start another Mario RPG, it's been kind of for me. Like, the time just hasn't been right. And Mario RPGs have never really been my main kind of jam when it comes to RPGs. That's always been a Final Fantasy thing for me. New Paper Mario game will probably release at some point, maybe. And when it does, people are gonna complain. People are gonna complain about it because it's not 1,000 Year Door again. Need to play Final Fantasy VII Remake soon. It's good. Just be aware that there's going to be some stuff in it that will Okay, if you're playing Part 1, remember, here's the thing about it. If you haven't played the 7 Remake Part 1 yet, it only goes up through the end of Midgar. It does not go all the way to the end of the original Disc 1. Midgar is... Yeah, it only goes up to the end of Midgar. Remake Part 2 goes through to the end of the original Disc 1. Also, you're going to fucking... Also, they do a much better job of making some characters in 7. Some of them are more relatable. Some of them, I do like a lot more. Like, I fucking love Barrett. I've always loved Barrett. But Remake Barrett Wallace is my absolute favorite. I love that man so much. But when it comes to, like, the Shinra execs, and the Turks especially, they made them so fucking evil. He was my favorite Final Fantasy character. She is fun. I do like her. Like, the idea of the brawler... Like, just as a character, I think she's very well written. I like her. I like her a lot. But honestly, when it comes to my favorite Final Fantasy VII character, like, hands down, it's gotta be Barrett. I love him. He's just this idea, just everything about him, just the way he's written, his story, his mannerisms, just everything about him, I love to death. Like, and the remakes, I do love the whole party in the remakes, and the remake stuff. It's cool. Hell, Remake Part 2 gives me probably my favorite version of Gilgamesh. But there's one thing that happens, especially in Remake Part 2, that I will never fucking forgive. Have you played the original Final Fantasy VII? Like, you know what happens. Okay. So, when it comes to Final Fantasy VII, do you care if I spoil a thing that happens? Like, because I'll try and be as vague as possible. But there's something that happens in the original 7 and Remake that happens in either version. Like, it is an inevitability that it's going to happen. When that happens, there will be several points in Remake Part 1 and Remake Part 2 where you get the chance to just fucking get revenge for it right then and there, and you just don't. You're not even given the opportunity to get revenge for it. It genuinely pissed me off when I was playing it here on my own for the first time in a long time. Like something happens in Remake Part 1, and then Remake Part 2 comes around, it's like, I only got into Final Fantasy in 2024. Ah! Yeah, if you want, the remakes are a good place to start if you want to, like, get your feet, like, they're good for the modern stuff, but if you want to, like, enjoy, like, the way it was originally, the original versions are also easily available. With Rebirth, with Rebirth, since I didn't know what it was before. Okay, so you played, alright, so Rebirth, you played you played Remake Part 2, essentially. Like, you know, you probably, like, if you played Rebirth, you probably know the scene that I'm talking about in the temple. Yeah, like, the Turks are right fucking there. Sang, Reno, Elena, Rude, they're right fucking there. Like, revenge for what they did to Sector 7 is so close. It's right there. Give me 90 seconds in a box cutter, and I could avenge them. But you just don't. Time is of the essence, but 30 seconds in a giant fuck-off sword is enough to avenge Sector 7. And all the stuff that they did. And, like, yeah, like, the remakes are fine. Queen's Blood is my favorite minigame in Rebirth. I do like it, it's just, there are points where it's like, I kind of did need a little bit of a guide to figure out how to do some stuff when it comes to the Queen's Blood stuff. It was fun, it was just, I don't know, like, I just got a thing with, like, I like it more than Triple Triad. It's just, there's just something about card games in Final Fantasy games where it's just like, I don't know. And with that, I